windows. All right, can everybody see? Yeah? Okay, good. I'm looking here. I have two screens, so I'm looking at you guys, but not just here at the camera. Okay, cool. So let's start out with just simple design and branding. Okay, so I'm gonna scroll. This is my brand, Become the Bride, which I started because I was getting married and I wanted to connect with other brides on a fitness journey. So some of the important things that you have to do for your Facebook page is two things. Your cover photo or your profile photo. When you have a like page, best practices are either you have a logo or a close-up shot, like headshot of your face, one or the other, not both. A lot of people like to put their before and after. It really comes out small. I prefer like either a really nice logo or a nice smiling shot of your face. That always comes across better. Your cover photo should be something engaging, something either if your brand is about you, then it should definitely be something about your personality, things that you're doing, stuff that you're going about, out and about or whatever. So you'll see here I have one of my brides. This is one of my success stories here. And this is her on her wedding day. She lost about 25 pounds, so she's really happy and confident. And so then I'm showcasing her in my cover photo, okay? So that's really important. So then content-wise, we're gonna get into that, but I'm just gonna show you different things. You wanna have a lot of variety on there. So let me go to over here. This is a presentation I did at Super Saturday. I'm not gonna go through the whole thing, but I just kind of wanna show you guys more about what I'm talking about, where I get a little bit more in depth. So I'm going to be sharing all of this information on our page, Facebook marketing. So just some stats about Facebook. They have 1.44 billion active monthly users and 208 million monthly in the US alone. So that's something you should understand. The whole entire United States is at your fingertips on Facebook. So this is really a place that you want to be. I know a lot of you are on Instagram or Pinterest or wherever else, but you're gonna wanna learn Facebook as soon as possible. All right, so think about it. So if you had 1% of the active monthly users in your business, what would 1% of that look like? 208,000 people in your business, would that be amazing, right? So when we think about all of the coaches and is Facebook saturated with Beachbody, it's really not, because even 1% of that, you still have a huge market. So go for it, okay? So this is your hierarchy of information, okay? This is what you need to focus on when you are marketing. Your number one priority is to entertain. That is what's gonna get the most engagement. That is what's gonna get the most likes, the most comments, the most shares. That is your priority, entertain. Then inform. You wanna provide value, you wanna give information, you wanna share things that's gonna provide some kind of betterment for your users. So that's your second priority, is to inform people. And then you see tiny, tiny, tiny marketing. Marketing is a very small part of what the user engagement factor is for you on your Facebook page. All right, so as you build social and relevance on your page, you're gonna get more fans. Okay, so how to find your perfect customer. Graph search, this is the number one thing you wanna do, right? That big search bar up there, right? So you want to use this, and there's certain formulas that you can use to find more people. Oh, wait, I'm going backwards. Hold on. Oh, no. Why can't you go forwards? What happened? My thing just froze. What? Why is every page the same? This is weird. Nope, it's not. No. Okay, we're going to skip that because I don't know what happened. So there's certain formulas you can use. I'll tell you what they are right now. Number one, you want to do fans of, and then whatever your current, target market is. So fans of, the not.com is something that I would search for, or fans, or people who like weddings, Martha Stewart or whatever. So you're going to search for things that have to do with interests of your target market, and you can use the graph search here to do that. And when you do that, you're going to get content that you should be using to find more people online, right? So you'll go to, so if I go to fans, hold on, people who like weddings. And we'll see what comes up. You'll see these tabs up here. So obviously I do, and then you'll see obviously your friends, and you want to go over to people here, and you're going to first see all of your friends that are connected to stuff like that. But then you're also going to see other people that are not your friends, and you can start to build a relationship with those people as well. And then lastly, you want to go to pages, and you want to start following pages of people who like certain information from your target market. So for instance, the people who like weddings also like BuzzFeed Food and Groupon and Amazon and the Color Run and all that. So I'm going to make sure that I go to those places because that's where my target market is circulating the most. So I'm going to make sure that I like those pages. All right, so going back to here, and I know I'm not going to make you read all this, but this is just kind of for me, and then I'm going to hand this over to you. The psychology of what you want to do is you want to use a lot of emotional triggers when you create your content, okay? So emotional triggers are the hot buttons of your ideal customer. So for me, my emotional triggers of my customer is they want to lose weight fast, they don't have a lot of time, they're tight on a budget, they don't eat a lot of vegetables, they have a tendency to binge eat, they eat a lot of fast food during the week, and especially, weekends. They're emotional eaters, they have low self-esteem, and they're highly stressed and need more time. So all of those things are going to be, I'm going to use that to create content that speaks to that specific information of my customer, because that's my ideal customer. And you can get even more specific and create someone called a customer avatar. So your customer avatar is your ideal customer. They are the person that would buy every single time because all the information you share to them speaks to everything that they want. It speaks to their hot buttons, okay? So you want to clearly define who they are. Okay, so here's my customer avatar. Is a woman between 18 and 50, unmarried, engaged, or getting married next year. They have more than 25 pounds to lose. Emotional eater, has horrible eating habits, unsuccessful in a gym setting, may have kids or small children. And you can even get more specific with that, any kind of emotional things. Often our customer avatar is very much like ourself. We are speaking to, inward things that we struggle with. So you just want to think about that and use that, right? So once you create this customer, then we can get into our hierarchy, which is that entertain, inform, and marketing. Okay, which I can't scroll to for some reason. All right, so once you're ready to market online, how do you create posts for your marketing, right? How do you come up with this great content that you need to, share with people? And I use a rule called 10-4-1. It's a 15 post period, and it guides me and lets me know how I should share things, and allows me to make sure that I'm hitting my emotional triggers. I'm sharing content that is going to connect with people. So the 10 in the 10-4-1 is 10 posts that you create that come from third-party sources. So these are like link posts or, other people's blogs or other things that you're going to share from Facebook, but it's going to be 10 outside third-party posts, okay? And what that's going to do is it's going to show that you don't have any particular bias towards a specific thing. So obviously you're not sharing Beachbody and throwing up Beachbody all the time, but you're, showing your funny side, you're entertaining them, and you just want to make sure that this content is highly engaging, okay? Highly, either the first two, either entertaining or informational. The 4 is you personally blogging. So this is content that you create yourself, okay? It's original content. It should be some kind of blog type material, okay? Either your story or a success story, your own philosophy about things. You want to make sure that 4 of those 15 posts are original content from you. And then the 1 is your actual offer. That is where you actually do your marketing. Only 1 of those posts out of the total 15 that you put on your page are going to have anything to do with Beachbody or marketing. And best practices are really not specifically to just say, hey, buy this, buy this. It's really about, doing what you're already doing, which is like sharing something, that has to do with, getting more information or messaging you or reaching out to you. And I use lead pages, and I use outside lead captures to do this. And I'll show you what I did there. So that's that. So here's some action steps that you can take to make sure that you're doing these things. Create a call to action landing page, something outside of Facebook that people can opt into so you can start to collect their emails. I use leadpages.net. You can use that. I mean, you do have to pay for it, but it's definitely really, really, really good. I really like it a lot. And make sure your whatever that page is, it's personal and it speaks to that customer avatar. Okay. And you want to just follow that for 30 days and see how you did. All right. So here's my posting calendar for Become the Bride. And this is what I've done. What I did here was I did my hierarchy, entertain, inform, and market. And what I did was I came up with 5 categories of posts that I want to be able to put on my page. So here I have Motivation Monday, Transformation Tuesday, Wedding Wednesday, Throwback or Thirsty Thursday, Fitness Fridays, okay? And you'll see these content times, and I'll get into that because I'll show you. On Facebook in your analytics, it will show you the times that the most amount of people are actually online. And what that'll do is you want to make sure that you post during times that the most people that have liked your page are actually online, so that you make sure that they see your content. So this way you're not posting randomly. It's really important that you do that. So I have put categories. So under entertaining, I know that I'm going to want to post content that follows these 5 categories. If I'm informing them, I have these 5 categories. And if I'm marketing to them, these are the different ones. And they all kind of link out to some kind of outside lead capture or some kind of funnel where it collects their data and information. And then I can follow up with those people later. And I'll show you how I did that with a post that I made. So you'll see here, and all I've done is come in and filled in the times and the type of content that I'm going to give away and put on my page. I know I'm moving fast because I want to get to all of your pages and your questions, but good so far? Helping? Okay, cool. All right, so let me close that. All right, so I want to go back over to my page and I want to show you some data based on a little experiment that we talked about last week. So there are some coaches posting about, you know, if someone paid you $500 a month to eat right, work out, and share your journey, would you do it? And I was like, you know what, that's a pretty cool question. So I originally posted this, and this is here. I originally posted this, and I started getting a lot of people saying, yes, 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 yes. You'll see that my organic reach is about 1,400 people out of my 17,000 followers that were, you know, seeing it and engaging with it. So I said, you know, there's something here. I should probably turn this into some kind of, you know, some kind of advertisement. So I boosted the post. I just boosted it this morning, but I spent about $25 total since I posted it last Thursday. And I have 245 likes. I have 90 comments here. And then I posted a thing here and I have like another 52 replies. So I started replying to people, you know, just one by one. That's really important that you do that on your page when people engage with you. You want to personally message or at least, you know, post a reply to them. And then I started messaging them also. And then I turned it into an ad when I boosted it and I posted my website. And so when you click on my website, it goes to this lead capture page here, right? So they see get paid to get fit, they click on it, they put their information in, I want access now, and then it takes them over to my landing page that says this, right? It has all their information about joining Beachbody, Shakeology, all that good stuff. And here's like 2 of my success stories, right? And then if they want more information, they're gonna fill out this form, which has just some basic information about them, their belief system about getting fit, how motivated they are, how much time they can commit. They submit it, and then it comes over to my, and this is a little bit more advanced, but I just want to show you kind of the results of this post that I made. Come on, dashboard. So yeah, so it goes from Facebook to my outside capture, and then this is my, okay, so this is my dashboard here. So total leads. From there, I got 46 people that said, I want more information. 35 people still need to do the questionnaire. 12 of them already completed it. And I've already talked to 5 people who want to be coaches and who will be signing up in the next couple of days. So from that one post that I posted last week, I have 5 new coaches that are coming on board, with another 7 that I'm going to be talking to. And then I get to follow up with all the rest of these people who are interested. I have 46 people total who are interested in an income earning opportunity. So I think that's pretty good results for just a couple of days. So when you have really good content and you start to get a lot of likes, these are the type of things that you can post, and you can start to do these kind of experiments and see where they go. Okay. All right. So that's my results so far. I want to open it up. I'm going to stop sharing for a second. I want to open it up to questions so far that you guys have. I know I went really, really fast, but I wanted to just kind of share as much as I could about what I'm doing and how you can apply it. So does anyone have questions so far?
Hey, Nina, that was awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
So, okay, I just have a quick question, and you may have covered it, but I'm also feeding the baby lunch right now. The lead capture, you said you're using Infusion.
2 things I'm using. I'm using leadpages.net, right? That's that colorful bridal capture, that opt-in page. And then I'm also using Infusionsoft, which is kind of the back end. That's my customer relationship manager, my CRM.
Okay.
That's where all of my contacts go, so that I can market to them through email.
Right. So that's essentially where you're capturing your email list.
Yeah. There's a really cool, I'm going to share again. There's a really cool extension you can get for Google. That's free, that will do the same thing. It's called Streak. It's an extension. And what Streak will do is it'll do kind of the same thing as Infusionsoft. But, and I just added it, I just found it recently because one of my success partners, she's using it. But you can do the whole lead generation and email marketing through Streak. So I highly recommend you guys check that out and add that to your Gmail, and you can start to really get organized with your email marketing and your follow-up system. And especially your coach onboarding process can be really, really good. So I'm going to dive in and learn this very quickly and start teaching it to my coaches. So I think that's really good. Any other questions so far? No? Yes, no?
I had a question. You said 15 posts. That's per week, right?
Per week. I mean, it can be more than that. Like on my calendar, I had about 23 posts because that's kind of the sweet spot for my marketing, but no less than 15 per week. So you want to make sure that you just space it out however you fit.
I thought you meant per day for a second. I was like, whoa.
No.
So many.
There are some pages that do that. I also follow a couple of pages. Hold on, I'm going to share again. I follow a couple of pages that do that. I want to show you guys the insights here that will tell you what time of day that your people are on. So if you come over to insights here and then you go over to posts, you'll see mine looks like a whale, but everybody's looks a little bit different. This is like your customer engagement, your like engagement. So you'll see like I have the highest amount of people online at 9 o'clock. So I try to post my best stuff at 9 p.m. And then I just go to kind of like the highest days. So I do like 9, 6, 10 o'clock. And then you can also, if you hover over each day, it'll tell you what day you have the most amount of engagement also. So you can use that there. And then if you come down to your posts here and you click on reach, this will tell you what kind of content your people are responding to the most. You can search and it'll go from your highest all the way down. So I know that this status posted well. I did a photo post, and then there was I do a lot of video posts and people respond to that a lot. Videos do really well on Facebook. All right. So I want to get over to you guys. Who wants to go first? And I can give you some tips on how to get the most bang for your buck if you want to share your screen and just kind of click around.
You already helped me and it was amazing. So thank you.
Good, Laura?
What?
It's going good?
Yeah, it's a lot better. So much better.
Cool.
And I missed last week, so I didn't get to implement the post that you just shared. So I'm going to do that this week and I'll let you know.
Yeah, cool.
But the changes that I made from when we talked, you guys, they're amazing. Just those simple things on branding and the pictures and whatever make a huge difference.
Awesome. All right, don't be shy. Anyone go?
You can look at mine, but I can't do it because I'm a little preoccupied here.
I'll go.
Okay, Tracy.
Okay. hold on.
Tracy to Jeff.
What's that?
It's Tracy to Jeff. Because
Oh, right, exactly. Or what was he calling me? Terry? Was it
Terry, it's Terry.
Terry? Let's see. Okay. Is this working? Can you see?
Yeah, I can see.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see here. Okay, there it is. Okay. So where should I start?
All right, so I'll just tell you what things to click on. All right, so first let's go over the basics. So I really like your cover photo. I think it's really great. You have a picture of both. It's centered nicely. I think it's perfect. How often do you change it?
I never have.
Okay, so that's definitely something to think about, to consider changing that, because that adds more photos to like your photo section and what people can kind of engage with. And
Okay.
then use this also to kind of showcase things that are going on currently in your life. I think that could be good. So yeah, your photo, what do you call it? Your profile photo looks great. The only thing I would say is maybe consider getting like a professional one done. Not to say that's not nice, but maybe you want to get something that is like a little more with your shoulder and up.
Right. Yeah, no, that's an iPhone picture.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, scroll down. Yes, pumpkin and all the things. It's funny. Oh, good. Wait, go scroll back up.
Okay.
I want to see where you have the video there. All right, great. So I love the fact that you have a video post on the sidebar under your about section.
Okay.
So I think that's really, scroll back up a little bit. Up.
Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, that's great. I don't know what it says, but I think it's good. So
Are you talking about the video in the slide section? Okay.
definitely, everybody wants to do something like that because that's your about. That's where people will learn more about you. You definitely want to have a video featured under there, and think about, like, I like how it's positioned. You have a big picture of you, so I think that's really good. Can we go back up to the cover photo area?
Sure. Sorry, my hands are wet now. Okay, wait.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
So under your title, you have professional services. I would think about getting a category that says more about what you're actually doing, because that doesn't really tell me much. I would pick like health, fitness, coach, and you can go to the about section. You can change it from there, but definitely pick a category that speaks to more about what you're doing, because this could be, tax services. It could be like anything, you know what I mean?
So I think I remember getting trained on that through someone in my upline, and they talked about if you pick professional services, it was because you could get, I want to say, ratings. You heard of that before?
Right.
Anyway, yes, I'm completely open to changing it. So
But are you asking people to rate you?
No.
Okay, so yeah, so I would just think about that, because that kind of tells people a little bit more, and then if you want to switch back to that once you have a lot more people, then that would be okay too.
Okay.
Okay, let's see a little bit of your content. So we have this, like, if you agree, other version of enchiladas. Cool. I like, videos are good. I want to start doing those myself, is making those like cooking videos. Halloween. Oh my gosh, looks so good.
Oh, that was just like eating leftovers with the kids running around upstairs. And
That's from your timeline?
Yes, that was from my timeline.
Do you have a website also?
I have a blog.
Okay. So for you, what you're gonna want to do is when you're creating longer posts, I would honestly blog them on your website and then share them as like a link post onto your page. Because
Okay.
you get that double engagement factor on both places.
Okay.
So that could be part of the 4 in the 10-4-1 post area. And that'll give you a little bit of traffic to your website also.
Okay.
Scroll down some more.
Sure.
All right, so things look so good so far. The only thing I'm seeing is I'd like to see more of your face
Okay.
in your posts. I want to see more of you and what you're actually doing in your life.
Okay.
But I think, so far so good. And I think once you kind of drill down your customer avatar and really kind of do those exercises, you're going to get more specific content. So
Okay. Cool. Thank you.
so good. Oh, wait, before you unshare, let's go to Insights. Click Insights for a second. I want to show you what to pay attention to. Okay, good. So obviously your page likes. You want to go over to Posts. Click on Posts. All right, so you have kind of a whale situation too. So you're seeing right there that sometime close to between 8 and 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock really is like the most people are on your page. You have about 300 that are online.
And Nina, do you find that this pretty much stays consistent month after month?
Yeah, because right now you have the same amount of followers, so that's kind of their habits.
Okay.
As you start to get more likes, it may change, but it's pretty consistent. So for you might want to post 3 times a day and just pick the 3 highest points on that little whale area.
Got it.
All right, cool. Thank you.
Thank you, Nina.
No problem. All right, who's next? Oh, babies. How am I doing, Jeff? Good?
This guy's asleep.
Oh. My son is like watching all of this, like he's learning the training himself. It's really funny. He's like so asleep. All right, who's next?
I would like to be next. Sorry, my voice, I've been sick the whole week.
No problem, feel better. All right,
Yeah,
go ahead.
thank you. So, I don't know if I'm prepared to show, but I tried once to do this boost. I didn't even know what it was. So I bought a gift card of $25 and I put it there. And now Facebook's saying that I own $14. I don't even know for what, but anyways, maybe you can explain to me much better. So let me share here.
Facebook, you bought it?
No, I bought a regular gift card. And when they asked for the information for the card to pay, I put the gift card. I was like, I'm not going to put in my bank account.
Right.
I'm very skeptical about those things. So I put a gift card so I can control how much I've been spending on Facebook. And I put $25. But now they say that I own 14. I was like, I just said 25.
Paying for the advertising. Is that what you're saying?
I don't know.
All right, well, go and share. Maybe we can
Okay.
figure it out.
So let's go there. And can you see it?
Okay, cool. Great. All right, so I don't have a problem with the cover photo. It is a little bit busy. I would probably pick something that's a little bit more simple, but can you hover your mouse over it? And this is something I didn't do with you, Tracy, but you can listen into that. Just hover your mouse over the cover photo, just over the photo.
Okay, one second. Like this?
No. Just put your mouse on the photo. Yeah, there. All right, so you see how it just says cover photo? Click on it. Click on that there. All right, so you don't have a description. So one of the things you want to do is add a description, right, to your cover photo, because that's more information you can share specifically with your audience. And you want to basically say, who you are, about what you offer, any links to like either your coach page or like a website or something, because people will click on that and they'll see a little bit more about you. So yeah, all right, you can X out of that.
Okay.
I would pick maybe like one photo of you, really nice photography of you, either your family, something you're doing outside of here, or if you do like a simple collage with a little bit less would be good.
Okay, great, thank you.
So your profile photo is tiny, so we definitely want to get a nice picture of you.
Okay.
instead of your before and after. That's definitely something you want to share on your page, but you want like either picture your face or you want to have like a logo that you have. I would change that.
Yeah, I used to have a logo, then I changed to my face. My photo here on the cover photo used to be my logo too. But then I changed that one. I think, okay.
Yeah, I would definitely go back to one or the other, and I think that would be good.
Okay, great.
Scroll down.
Mhm.
All right, so you got some stuff there. Is your market in Spanish?
No, Portuguese.
You got your, that's your
Brazilians who speak English.
I would just consider if you're going to have another language to translate both English and in Portuguese and to have that both content on there.
Okay.
Otherwise, you're cutting out a whole nother audience.
Mm-hmm.
That
Yeah.
doesn't make it. Yeah. All right, scroll down. Oh, you have an about video, so that's good. So you have a featured video. Good.
Yeah.
All right, so you got some, what's this? Is this
Me working out, dancing bachata, doing Brazil butt lift.
great. That's great. You want things like that. Any kind of stuff that has you doing stuff, being active, that's the kind of stuff that you want. Keep going. Okay. Coaching, Facebook stuff. Okay. What's this? Oh, I remember this. That's good. Entertaining. So that would be something entertaining. That would fall under that category.
Yeah.
Keep going. Good. Great. Great.
When the pre-workout works.
Yeah. You're doing great. So this is perfect. This is exactly the kind of stuff that you want to see. And obviously, as you get more people, you just want to make sure that your scroll back up. I don't know what you're putting for your titles, but start to tell people, click. Yeah, you see how you have tag your friend and share? Good. Every single post you make, you should be asking your audience to do something. Either comment below, click, tag, or share. So every single one. So far, so good. Let's go to your insights at the top. X out of the, okay. Yeah, okay, good. All right, so let's go to posts. All right, scroll down. All right, so you got the whale too. Some people's look different. So yours your highest peak looks like around after 9 o'clock if you want to scroll somewhere. Yep, so that's when you have the most people on. So same thing like for Tracy, pick 3 or 4 times your highest peaks, and you're pretty consistent. You have a lot of engagement from like noon till 9 o'clock. So sometime between there, you would want to post most of your content.
Okay.
All right, looks good. And then scroll down one more, and I'm just going to show another thing. So you see posts, click on reach. What it's gonna do. Okay, so for you, your top 4 engagement is all videos. So that's gonna tell you that most of the people on your page engage more to videos than anything else. You're gonna wanna start thinking about having content that's more video based, because that'll help you out.
Yeah, I usually, at least from my Facebook, because I don't use too much my Facebook page. I use more my profile. And every time I post videos of me doing quick meals, less than 10 minutes, I always have very good rates on those videos.
Do you post those directly to your timeline or to
Yes, direct to my timeline.
I would do the opposite. I would post them to your like page and share them on your timeline, because this way you're going to get that carryover
Okay.
to bring more people over to your like page.
And about paying for, what do I pay for? I pay for boost? I pay for campaign? What do I pay? Why do I owe money to Facebook?
If you boosted the post or promoted anything, then you probably owe them for that promotion. So I would just go back to your page. You're going to want to go into your ads manager. Okay.
What is that?
Go to promote and drill down, like click down. Right, that blue the promote right over where it says speak and under settings.
This one?
No, not that. You see where it says settings on the top right?
Settings, yeah.
Promote, that blue bar, click the arrow down, and then see at the bottom it says go to ads manager. That's what you want to click. Yeah, say continue.
Continue as Janina Suarez?
Yeah, continue. Because you're using your page as your like page right now, not as your profile. Yep. So yeah, you probably boosted. Yeah, see, if I share with you my next 5 days, something there that you spent as an ad. So you're just gonna have to go into like your billing. You don't have to show that now, but I would go into like account settings or billing and see what it was, and then you can.
But then that means I'm still gonna have to pay this $14.60.
Yep. Yeah, because you at some point in time you advertise with Facebook.
I tried to do this, and I tried to, and this funny thing is every time I try to add and try to take this thing, this MasterCard, that was the gift card I bought it, I can't.
Because you have to put a different form of payment before you can take one away.
Oh, okay.
You have to add I would add a credit card instead of your debit card.
No, I'd rather take $50 in a gift card.
Obviously you're gonna have to put more money, but I mean, once you learn how to use it, it's not gonna bill you more than what you set. Like you see, it has account limits, so you can set limits, and you can even set when you can get billed. So.
Yeah, but I did that, and I still own them $14.
What happened is you probably didn't set like a specific end date for your ad, and it ran past the time that you thought it wasn't running. That's probably what happened.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah. So good. So far so good.
Okay. Not bad though. I thought it would be worse.
Yeah, not bad.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Let me stop sharing this own money situation.
All right. Who wants to stab at it next?
I have a really quick question.
Yeah, sure.
So you know how you can, a lot of times I'll go schedule my posts on my like page. Like I'll sit down and just schedule out a week. So I know if I have like craziness happening, at least there's a post going out every day. So are the algorithms different that if I schedule the post versus like organically post it, is it going to show viewers the one that's organically posted more than it would the one that's scheduled?
No, whether you schedule them or you organically post them, the algorithm is pretty much the same.
Okay.
Really, and I'm going to tell you this right now, without doing any kind of advertising, your viewers are only 16% of your viewers are actually seeing anything you post, which is kind of sad, but that's the truth, which is why we have to either start getting a lot of organic engagement by posting good stuff and really kind of being consistent with that.
Yeah.
Or we advertise. That's really kind of the only way to get engagement on Facebook.
Pay to play.
Yeah.
Can you turn it?
Who's next?
I have a question for you. Hang on one second. Let me just get this guy set up here. Hang on one second, bud. Okay. 2 questions. When you say lead pages or landing pages, are you talking about something outside of your blog?
So your blog could be a lead page. It could be that if you have it set up to capture email, if you have certain plugins that do certain things. Okay. But really it's any kind of a landing page of information that somebody goes to where they can opt in with their email. That's okay. You're capturing their email. That's important because, when you're in network marketing, you have to build a list of an email list. You have to live and die by how many people you can engage with, at least through email. So okay. That's one of the things that you want to do. Everyone you speak to, no matter where you go or what you're doing online or not, always get their email, their name and their email.
I don't want this in there.
Can I just follow up on that? The email list for some reason stresses me out. It feels like a very overwhelming thing. And I started playing around with Aweber, and I felt like that was so complicated. So did you look at all the different companies out there that are options and select, what did I write down that you picked? Your lead pages, did you pick them for a specific reason?
So, well, two things, right? So, because I'm using both Infusionsoft and Lead Pages.
Right.
I'm a person that believes in automation of my business. I don't like to be the one that sits there. I know I have really bad glare. Sorry.
That's okay.
I don't want to be the one that sits there forever and has to manually do everything. So
Right.
I was looking for options that were going to be highly engaging, have the most usability. Lead Pages is very easy to use. That's one of the reasons why I picked them. And with Infusionsoft, it's kind of the standard for marketing. It is not cheap. Like Shalene uses it, a lot of high businesses use it, but it gives really the most options to control every aspect of your business. So I'm taking my entire coaching business and running it through Infusionsoft, like everything that I do with my coaches and my customers.
Okay. And did you self-train, or do they have,
They give you coaching for 4 weeks and they help you build a campaign, like your first campaign.
Okay.
And then obviously everything else you got to learn yourself.
Yeah, of course. Okay.
Yeah.
It sounds like more support than Aweber, but.
Yeah, Aweber is a little bit more manual, but I mean, for those of you that just kind of want to do it manual, I would highly recommend trying that Streak through Gmail.
Okay.
That could be kind of your first stab into that type of stuff before you start spending money on other things.
Okay.
At least to learn how the whole funneling system works. I also do training through Amy Porterfield. If you want to look her up online, because she does a lot of really great Facebook marketing training.
Okay.
So you can use her as well. And she talks about a lot of these things. She actually has a deal on her page where you can get Lead Pages for 60 days for $1. So I'll see if I can find that link. I'll post it in the page and you guys can kind of play around with that. Because for 60 days, it's pretty good, I think, to try it out.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Who's next?
I have one more question, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Because I'm sorry, I gotta go really soon. But so when you did that program you talked about before, where you had Facebook helping, I can't remember what it was called, Go something.
Oh, Facebook Go program, yeah.
Facebook Go. Like, do you suggest having all this other stuff set up first, like your cover photo, your profile, your posting schedule, and all that kind of stuff, and then doing a program like that to get your likes?
Yes, absolutely. It was, I had, before I even started it, because it took me, they contacted me sometime in August and we didn't launch until September. It took me a couple of weeks to kind of get everything together first. So I would highly recommend coming in before you spend that $750, having a really good idea of what content you're going to post and stuff, because you're going to want to have clear branding, because that's going to really determine how well your marketing does. Because you can make ads and they could flunk through that whole program, and you don't want that. So you want to have good branding. So yes, go for it. Anyone else? I feel it's like Ask Nina hour. What should I do with my page?
That Facebook Go, is that still available?
Yeah, it's always available. They're looking for a lot of people, to advertise. I gotta look through my emails. Like, there's different people I worked with. I'll post their information as well. And
Can you, post that, because the little research I did yesterday said that it was shut down or they weren't accepting any other people.
oh,
So if you have direct contact information, let us know.
maybe they changed it. It was like a pilot. I'm not sure, but.
Or maybe so many people are requesting it because you had huge results from that, right?
Yeah. So possibly.
Why wouldn't you do it?
Exactly. I mean, the money was well worth it, especially when you make it back with a little bit of a profit at the end. I mean, that's basically why I did it, was to get a little bit of a kickback on top of that. But to have the likes now and to be able to try different things out is definitely worth it. So.
I know that we're running out of time. We can always extend this to next time as well. So if you guys if you want to give assignments, Nina, and then we come back and talk more. I don't know what you're thinking, because I know you said you might have a little bit more you want to share.
Well, I mean, if anybody wants me to just kind of go through their pages. So lastly, really, you want to get on that schedule, create that 10-4-1 schedule. Get a good idea of the type of content that you want to share on your page. Kind of define those categories, which are entertain, inform, and market, right? You want to define those because that's going to really guide you a lot better when you create your content. And then you'll be able to track it, which is the biggest thing ever. I do a lot of tracking. I compare posts from months ago to things that I'm doing now. Because it's one thing to pay and get all those likes, but you got to be able to keep them. Otherwise, you're just going to get a lot of unlike. And that's going to happen. I mean, I get people unliking, but I'm only getting like maybe 1 or 2 every once in a while, or, instead of like, hundreds of people. So yeah, but Facebook's my baby. That's my jam. So I hope you guys can find a way to fall in love with it like I did. Facebook marketing. It's definitely where it's at.
This has all been really good. I think it would be nice just to take, some of the things that you've shared today, let us work on it for a week, and then maybe next week come back with some more questions, and maybe more of us will want some more specific direction from you as well. So,
Yeah.
So what about you? What do you guys think? Does that sound like a plan? Okay.
I'm in the chat now. I'm sorry. I'm just clicking on it now. Megan. Oh, her story. She sat in chocolate. Oh, man.
Appreciate the feedback.
No.
Do you have time to look at mine again? Sorry, my friend just picked up her kids.
Yeah, sure. You're relieved.
Let me see if I can do it on my phone. Hold on.
And I'll definitely post all this stuff for you guys too. So I know I kind of like sped through everything, but does that kind of help you guys get more of an understanding of how to approach Facebook? And they're always changing things. So I'm going to try and stay up on things because it might be totally different tomorrow. It might be like, hey, you got to do this.
Yeah, I don't think I can share it on my phone. I'm not sure how to do that. How do I do that?
Do they let you? They probably don't let you, right?
Yeah, I have a share content thing, but it's not working. That's all right.
Maybe next
I
week.
got some tips, so.
Whoever wants, more tips or help or whatever.
What?
So I hope this was good. Pay attention to your insights. Start to pay attention to those, that data that you're getting, because that's really important as well.
Hey, how are you? Thank you, Nina. This is awesome.
Yeah, this has been really good. Thank you. Okay, we'll pick this up. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I cut someone off?
Yeah, do a regional one.
I know I've talked with Alex about it, and we want to do it. So
Yay.
we'll just have to find a time. So our next one is going to be. Let me look at the calendar real quick. We may have one next week.
Whoa.
So if you want to do one next Wednesday on the 4th.
What time does it have to be? Because I'll be at work.
6 o'clock your time. But it doesn't have to be next week. It could be the week after. But if you want to do it,
Is it only on Wednesdays?
Doesn't have to be. That's normally when we do them, but we can.
I'm home on Thursday and Friday. That's why.
Okay.
So.
All right. Is there a week that's better for you?
No, next week is fine. Just I can do Thursday or Friday. So
Okay.
try that $500 post and tell me how that works, because I had really good results with it. So.
Did anybody do it and have success?
No, I didn't.
No.
I felt like
I'm going to do it this week.
Yeah, if you do it, you have to make sure you've got time that week to do the follow-up, right? In the event that we have success half as good as yours did.
Well, that's part of the reason why I did it through Infusionsoft, so that I created the email marketing. So now it like emails them to follow up with me. And then you guys use it outside calendar. I use Acuity scheduling. So what ends up happening is they get an email from me and it says, please schedule a time to chat. And then I get an email, and then, so like, that's how I've been doing kind of my one-on-ones. And then I do it with every single contact.
Yeah.
Can you say that again? You said you use Acuity and what else?
I use Acuity to schedule them, because I can set up like my calendar in a web page, and then it's a link, and then they click on it, and then they see my available times, and they schedule an appointment with me, and that sends me an email. So then I put it in my iCalendar so I know.
See, I like Acuity, but I want to find out a way to link it with my Outlook. Is there a way to link the two calendars?
It does, because it'll send you an email, and then the way I know, because I have the free one, I don't have the paid one. So I think the paid one, it will put it in your iCalendar. I'm not sure about that, but I know the email that I get, I just click on the link and then it adds it to my iCalendar. Okay. It's like that little extension for iCal Outlook.
I love Acuity, but I've stopped using it just because I haven't figured out how to link it and make it work with calendars. I don't want two calendars. So
there's another one. I see. There's a couple good ones. There's one that works with Infusionsoft, which I really want. So this way I don't even have to do something external. I gotta find it. If I find it, I'll post it.
Thank you. All right. Thanks, Dina. This is great. And then I'll be in touch with you, Nina, about next week. Okay.
Sounds good. Yay.
All right, guys. Have a good Halloween.
Thanks.
Happy Halloween. Bye, guys.
Bye, thank you.
Bye.